About 25 years ago or so, I worked for KOAT TV in the Roswell office. One day, a reporter and I visited the lodge in Cloudcroft. Now, we didn't see anything odd, but we did hear many stories, and those stories continue today. Stories about Rebecca, the ghost who has dwelt in the lodge, some say for over 100 years. On the phone, I have Sherry Hass, the general manager of the lodge, and she's going to talk to us about this great old legend. So, Sherry, who is Rebecca?
Rebecca was a chambermaid here in the early part of the 1900s. Legend has it that she, of course, was, as all ghosts are, young and beautiful, and she was quite flirtatious, and she had a lumberjack boyfriend who was gone for extended periods of time, of course, out in the woods, felling trees for the railroad, and he came back to the lodge unexpectedly and caught her with another man. And supposedly he had killed her and buried her somewhere here on the property, but she's never been found.
How long have these stories been going around?
I've personally worked here at the lodge for 30 years, and they were here long before me. We have some books about the lodge that are probably back in the 50s and 60s, maybe even before that they talked about Rebecca.
Do guests still report seeing her? And if so, what does the ghost of Rebecca look like when she does appear?
We actually have a book, a folder up at the front desk, and anybody who has an encounter or a sighting or whatever of Rebecca, they can write down their story, and we put it in this book, and it's available for any of our guests who would like to see it. And you would be surprised at how thick our book is. And she has long red curly hair and striking blue eyes, and she's quite lovely.
We're speaking with Sherry Hass, the general manager of the lodge in Cloudcroft, as we examine New Mexico legends. Sherry, when was the most recent sighting of the ghost?
Oh my goodness. I don't know, to tell you the truth. I mean, not everybody will talk about it. Some people get totally freaked out about it and don't even want to talk about it. They just leave. I'm trying to remember when the last time was I had someone even tell me. It's probably been, I don't know, a couple months ago maybe. I had a guest, and I'm not sure they actually saw her, but had, something happen in their room that they were like, yeah, this is not normal. This has to be someone else.
And I just had to ask, in her 30 years of being at the lodge, has Sherry herself ever seen Rebecca?
I can't say I've actually ever seen her, but I've been here long enough that I've had several things happen that are not explainable any other way than it has to be Rebecca. It's just weird, bizarre things.
The lodge, for those unfamiliar, is a top-notch resort here in southern New Mexico. It is absolutely beautiful. I asked Sherry to share some of the details about the amenities with us.
Well, we have our golf course, which is open now. We also have a spa, which unfortunately is not open at this time. We have an anesthetician who's doing facials and stuff, but we don't actually have a massage therapist. And of course, Rebecca's, our dining room, which is named after our resident ghost. And we have a wonderful gift shop that's open every day. And of course, our room.
Sherry, thank you so much for joining us. Do you have anything else to add about the lodge or Rebecca?
Rebecca seems to be pretty picky about who she makes her presence known to. So I encourage everyone to come up and just see if you're one of the lucky folks that she decides to make her presence known to.
Rebecca obviously declined to join us on the phone for this interview. Perhaps she's simply waiting to speak with you personally. The lodge is in Cloudcroft. Information's available online, thelodgeresort.com, or telephone 800-395-6343. With a spotlight on another New Mexico legend, Anthony Lucero reporting.